Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Bruin Steel here. Just want to make this video at this moment, sharing my thoughts on the corona virus and the the absolute tragedy that's been happening in China. So there's reports saying that so many people in China has died from this virus. This virus had spread throughout Wuhan. Wuhan is a city in China, and just want to say that I'm really, sad and speechless at the same time. Some of you may know that I'm Chinese American and my parents actually grew up in the city of Wuhan, and Wuhan right now is going through the virus. So the place that my parents grew up, the virus is spreading so hard. And yes, I have relatives there, and I'm extremely worried for them. I have family friends there. I did not get any updates from my parents about my grandfather. My two grandmothers are dead, so, not due to the virus, um, because they were both really old and had like health problems and stuff like that. But Wuhan is where my parents grew up, and right now Wuhan is going through a lockdown for the virus. They're going for the coronavirus, and the coronavirus basically called is caused by mammals, and the mammals can be carrying germs. And the thing that bothers me is that what if I was in China? I was in China for a year in 2017, and I was over there, just hanging out and chilling. And before I went to China, I had to get 4 shots. One of them was actually on my ass that hurts so bad, and I'm like asking my parents, why do I have to get shots, like that many shots? And they're like, China's going through like, the pollution is really bad, and the stuff that they sell on the street, it could be dirty, and you don't want to eat that. That's basically what's going on right here. Because some of the shit that they eat in China is absolutely ridiculous. They eat some crazy ass shit in China, and you know I don't know if my family members. I have relatives over there in China, and they are all in the city of Wuhan, and Wuhan is going through some serious viruses on right now. It's bad. I think there were reports of like over, I don't know what number to say, but there has been a lot of deaths so far in Wuhan. Um, it hurts me because I have relatives there, and I want to make sure they're okay. And of course, my parents were born there. But like I was saying, there are people in China they basically eat messed up shit. Like in the West, they eat dogs. When I was over there, some dude offered me to eat a raw goat testicle. Like what the fuck? That can cause serious disease. There was a picture of a bat soup, so the bat that flies. There was a bat soup. I never had that before, thank God. Bats can carry serious disease. They eat rat over there too. It's disgusting. Um, no wonder the virus spread in Wuhan. Wuhan pollution is terrible. The amount of garbage on the floor is absolutely ridiculous, and it pains me because I got relatives there. Like I said, I got relatives there, and I just want to make sure they're okay. I don't know. I might actually ask my parents if they're okay or not. But you know, it's crazy because there are people in China, college students that can catch the flu and they want to come to the U.S. and you know come to study, but they could be carrying a virus on them. And there are reports of people getting sick in LA, the Los Angeles airport, LAX, I think airport was called. The pronunciation, I don't know, but the reports that people were having the feeling that they were catching the virus from China. There are people in China that are coming to the U.S. with the virus. There are U.S. citizens in China right now, really worried. They probably can't come to the States, back to the States sooner or later. And, this virus is ridiculous. reminds me of the swine flu. I was really, really scared of the swine flu a couple years ago, and it's ridiculous and scary. Um, Soon enough, there are people in other places in China besides Wuhan that are worried because, look, they're in China, but they're still worried, and they have every right to be because you can get people from Wuhan from to a different city. Like Hefei is another place. I was there for a year. Hefei is a nice city in China. People can be going from Wuhan to Hefei, Wuhan to Beijing. Wuhan to like I don't know, Shanghai. Shanghai is a really popular city in China. This virus, if people catch this virus and keep traveling all over the world, this virus gets spread worldwide. It's insane. I can't even catch it. The crazy is, my dad actually came back from China, and he came back like 2 weeks before this whole virus thing started. Like I don't even know how to say the virus. I'll just say virus. But this virus is deadly, and I've been buying hand sanitizer at work. Make sure you do that, guys. It's really, really important. This is just my thoughts. It just hurts me that I have it's crazy to think that I actually have relatives in China that are dealing with the virus right now. And the worst part is losing all my relatives over there. And they're all in Wuhan. Um I'm typically worried about my grandfather because he lives by himself and no one's, look, my grandfather is like 80 something and he's been living on his own for a while since my grandmother died, and he worries me. He's been washing his hands and stuff and using, I don't even know if Chinese people even heard about hand sanitizer. Um, Usually in China and other foreign countries besides the U.S., they wear these white masks around their face. They wear gloves and they wear protective clothing, and they have tissue that are like it's kind of like baby wipes, but it's kind of like a towel in a package, and it has like liquid. The liquid's like hand sanitizer or whatever. It's like sanitizer, yeah. But basically that's just my thoughts on this whole virus thing, and I hope to God my parents, my relatives are okay because I'll be super sad if you know anything can happen. This virus can spread so fast. This virus has been spreading so fast in Wuhan, and all my relatives are there, and bam, you never know. I can never see or speak to them again. It's been a while since I spoke with them. Usually I go on WeChat. I might actually talk with my grandfather tonight about it. Um, but anyway, guys, be careful. Wash your hands. Sanitizer is important. Watch for anyone that sneezes or anything. Um, the worst part is that I'm Chinese, and people think that I'm just came from China, and they'd be looking at me as like, "Hey, Chinese boy, go get the fuck away from me, bitch." And basically like, bitch, please. I've been living in the U.S. for like what, 20 years now. I've been in the U.S. ever since that plague. Wow. I mean, like, I would say there's a plague, but it's a virus. But then I'm like, dude, I've been in the U.S. all this time. I've never been to the China for a while. And they're like, I don't believe you. It's whatever. But anyways, I'm getting out of here. Bruins too. Stay safe, guys.